What's up, everybody? So today with me are the other co-founders of this great group we got here called the Young and Hungry. We got Brayden Kinder and Garrett Terrell. Man, I can never get your last name right. Is that it?
Yes, that's how you say it.
Close enough. We'll go with it. So yeah, I got the other co-founders here. So basically what we're gonna do here today is tell you how this group's affected us, some different ways that it's changed us, and like what we're really doing with this group. So before we really get into that, Brayden, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself here?
Yeah, man. I'm a realtor here in the North Texas area, mainly Plano, Frisco area. Been in real estate, coming up on my first year in real estate. Of course, here with the National Association of Expert Advisors as well. And other than that, man, just really trying to take my business to the next level. And I really think that, this accountability group has been something that has, really tremendously helped me, since we started it and started trying to implement it into our business.
Right. I love it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Garrett, you're up next, man. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself as well?
All right, I'm going to tag along with Brayden, but first year in the business, just got done with college, playing college baseball down there in Texas. So just got into real estate, and this accountability group has really helped me a lot with tracking my numbers and everything. And, obviously having a good group of guys around you that are, wanting to help you grow your business and stuff like that. So it's been very good so far, and we're just excited to keep crushing it throughout the rest of the year. So,
all right. No, I love it. So you guys could read more about the comments and the descriptions in the description of the video. We got 8 spots left. So all you guys got to do is comment interested. I'll reach out to you and we'll get you all set up. But I just want to backtrack back to, I believe it was New Orleans. When that was the first time I met Brayden actually in person. I was in New Orleans, and we're like, man, we are around some of the other young agents as well. We're like, if we can get all of us together, like we could get some magical things happening, right? So it's not like the pipeline drain at that point. We didn't really know what we were going to do or like how we were going to do it. But we knew it was going to happen. And of course, you know how that happens. We're down in New Orleans. We're having a good time. We're like, yeah, we're going to all get together, right? 2 months goes by. It's still nothing. We're kind of reaching out like one off. And then Key West comes along. I'm down there with Brayden again. So it comes up again because it's just on our mind about getting young realtors together. We saw the impact it had. We're in those different areas. Like, how can we bring this to everybody else? Right. Now, so then we go about a month after that, and that's when I get introduced to Garrett. We kind of get this whole group together. So I want to start with Brayden. I mean, like, how has this group really like affected your business?
Man, I think the most important thing that this group has to offer, thinking about real estate, getting clear on what are the right things that you need to do in your business and the things in the right order at the same time. And I think, that's kind of what this accountability group, offers me as far as, meeting with y'all and having to, be clear on what are my goals, what are the things that I'm trying to achieve in this next coming week, and get super clear on those and really, figure out the things that I got to get done within the next week. And not only that, having the accountability as far as, having my accountability partner reach out to me and, touch base to make sure I'm hitting those goals. Right. And at the same time, anything that I may struggle with or have questions with, the people that are in this group, we can always, kind of mastermind, bounce those ideas off each other and see, what worked for you. How did you overcome this obstacle, or how did you achieve this goal? And really be able to kind of mastermind together and figure out, what's holding you back, and then be able to kind of launch forward and achieve whatever goal it was that you were trying to do. So for me, I think the consistency. I think consistency is one of the biggest things in real estate. You get caught doing the things that are right, and then you get tied up, get busy, and it's kind of that roller coaster. But with this, this really helps me stay more consistent with the things that I know I need to be doing daily, and checking in every day with my accountability partner, making sure we're up to date. So for me, that's probably been the most beneficial thing that this group has had to offer.
Right? No, you're probably good there. Consistent actions get consistent results. So I mean, that's what the group is all based around, is that accountability piece. Because nobody wants to come back to the group and say, "Man, I didn't get this done." I mean, it's not fair to be apart.
The
But
worst part.
yeah, it's the worst part because we all want to hold each other accountable. We all want to thrive together. So no, I think that's definitely a good point that you bring up there. So
yeah, for sure.
I think a big part about this too is it's not just our business, right? So it's not just different ways that it's affected our business. I mean, Garrett, you want to go into like how this has affected your personal life at all?
Oh yeah. I mean, my wife and I wanted to get up early. That was our thing for 2019.
Right.
I've never been a morning person my whole life until probably this year. So just changing your schedule and actually being intentional about getting up in the morning and working out, I thought was huge. And if you make it a part of your weekly goal, it's tied into the whole accountability thing, because you don't want to, go there on a Sunday night and tell the whole group that you didn't, get your goal when it's something that you can control. So I think definitely working out in the morning is, it's helped my business and personal life and mood and day go a lot better. So it's really been beneficial.
Yeah. No, definitely. I know waking up early, that was one thing. I was never a morning person either. And it happened. But yeah, like the accountability group, like you said, I don't want to come back to you and say, I didn't wake up on time. So I think a big part about it as well. And I mean, as we know, if you improve your personal life, your business gets affected by it too. And if your personal life is in order, your business gets affected as well. So I think it's, this group is a lot more than just how can we build your business? It's how can we build you as a person? So I think that's definitely a really good point. So like on that note, so Brayden, let me shoot this one over to you. Like, has there been a time like you weren't going to hit your goals, or like something wasn't going to happen, but just the thought of that accountability partner, or maybe them reaching out to you?
Yeah, man, for sure. Always having that in the back of your mind, even, right when you wake up in the morning, you set whatever your goals are for the week. And a lot of times mine is staying consistent of getting up, around 5:15 and getting to the gym and things of that nature. But when you have that in the back of your mind, that you're going to have to check in with your accountability partner, and you're going to almost have to answer for that at the end of the week. Having that in the back of your mind really kind of, in my opinion, is better than, making promises to yourself or just things of that nature. In my opinion, that's the number one thing, because, nobody wants to come back to the group of all your buddies and tell them you didn't hit your goals or you didn't do the things that you said you were going to do.
Yep.
So, in my opinion, I think that there's a lot of leverage with that. So I know that's played a big part for me. And, it's not to the fact of, anybody in the group would ever be something along the lines of, downgrading you or judging you for, what you did do or didn't do. But, having that support there and, allowing them to kind of check in with you and make sure you are hitting your goals is super beneficial.
Yeah.
No, and that just brings me back to, this was before we even got into this group. And I think it was before New Orleans. Brayden, I bet you remember this. So what was that first kind of bet that we made with one another?
Man, I think it had to do with the gym, didn't it? Getting to the gym.
Yeah, so I had to go to the gym, and then what did you have to do?
Man, I had to shoot my videos. That was daily videos,
Right, and I'll tell you what, the only reason I started going to the gym after that was because I'm like, shit, well, I don't want to let Brayden down, and I don't want to have that he won this bet. Like, I need to go to the gym longer than you're shooting videos, right?
Right.
So it brings that competition into it too, so that's kind of like we started doing that. This group, we got the concepts from some great leaders, Al Stasic and that whole group doing the 100-0 groups. I saw the benefits there. We brought it to here, and we definitely saw some good ones.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'll throw this one over to Garrett. What bad habits have you lost due to this group?
So bad habits would be, I would say, not tracking your numbers. Once I started this group, I definitely started tracking everything, and I think in order to have a proven business, you have to be able to track it and basically take the highest, ROI activity that you're doing and the highest ROI, the source of lead generation and follow up and stuff like that, and take those same, those same habits and break it down into a system. And if you can repeat that, then obviously your business is going to grow. So that's kind of the thing that we've done in this group so far, is tracking our numbers and, literally just tracking everything. So I think that's definitely a bad habit that I dropped before, is I didn't track my numbers, but now I do. So, and I think also the kind of the outline and the theme of this, this group is that coming into 2019, we all have big goals and, we want to hit this certain amount of money and stuff like that. But this group kind of breaks it down into weeks. So instead of looking at 365 days in a year, you break it down to 52 weeks.
Right.
And if you win those 52 weeks, you're going to win the year. So I think that's kind of if you're an outsider looking into this live right now, I think that's something that you kind of need to take a look at is, you have big goals for the year, but what are you doing right now to, help yourself in the next 60 to 90 days? Are you doing your weekly goals that are going to set you up for the summer? The stuff you're doing right now is going to set you up for the summer. The stuff in the next 2 months are going to set you up for, the fall and then eventually into the winter. So it's breaking all this down into weekly goals, and it's helped a lot so far. So that's what I got to say about that.
Yeah, no, I think you bring up some good points there, and it reminds me it really weeds out, and it doesn't matter either way of doing this. There's no right way or wrong way, but are you interested in hitting your goals and living a certain type of life and being in real estate, or are you committed? If you're committed, that means on Sundays. So I know I say comment interested. If you already commented interested and want to join, that's fine. I'll send you a link, but let's comment committed. I want to switch it to committed. So if you're committed to growing your business, both personal and in your business, comment committed. We'll shoot you the link. We'll get you going on Sundays. So no, I think that's definitely a good point that you bring up there. But Brayden, let's go back to you. So how has the collaboration impacted your mindset?
The collaboration, we got a lot of different people in this group, with Garrett, you and your brother and whatnot. The mindset, as a younger agent, all of y'all are a few years older than me, and y'all kind of letting y'all lead the way. The mindset that y'all have is what I picked up the most is the implementation. I've never met someone that takes an idea and implements it the way that I've seen y'all implement ideas and get things done. So for me, there's a lot of good ideas and a lot of things that you can do in real estate. But as far as implementation, taking that right idea, whatever that may be, and really implementing that to your business, and then, using the accountability group to stay accountable and making sure you're staying consistent with it, for me has been a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. That's definitely a good point. And it's, I think we're all kind of pushing each other too, right? It's like a competition, because when you see somebody implementing something at work, it's like, man, I got to do that and then some, right?
And another thing I've noticed, just to tag along to that, is I remember one of the first nights that we had the call, we all had these goals, you know what I mean? But if we look at those weekly goals compared to this last week's goals, every single week we've stretched it farther and farther.
Right,
so it's we're just growing and I don't even know how to say it, but you know what I mean? Our goals the first week, we're, working out 3 days a week. Right. And now it's 5 days a week. And now it's 5 a.m. And it's cool to kind of look back and see what our goals were, compared to now. So I think it's constantly growing. So
that's a good point you bring up as well, is actually tracking your goals and looking at. I know John Kitchens was just in town and he was talking about productivity. He's like, man, on one of those days where you just don't think you've won the day, and you look back at your notes and you see all the goals that you've hit throughout the week, throughout the month, you're like, man, I'm crushing it right now. So it's good to be able to track your wins and just knowing if you're winning or losing. That goes back to the numbers that you were saying. If you don't know if you're winning or losing, you don't really know what direction. You have no direction.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you going to say something there, Brayden?
No, I was agreeing with y'all. Yeah.
Right. So what would you say to someone, let me go back to Brayden. So what would you say to someone that's thinking about applying for this group and they're kind of on the fence?
Man, the main thing, if you're on the fence about the group, as far as, you don't want to be judged, you feel like if you don't hit your goals, there's going to be, the judging side of things, and we're going to, make you feel some type of way about it. The biggest thing is, some of the weeks, I don't hit all of the goals that I've set. Sometimes, things get caught up and I get tied up, showing property or whatever it may be, and I don't, get my goal done. But the main thing is when I come back to the group, regardless if I hit my goal or not, there's always that support factor behind, everyone's there to, okay, you didn't hit your goal. You said you were committed to your goal. What stopped you from hitting that goal? And, what stopped you from achieving it. And once you kind of identify that, okay, well, this stopped me, this got me tied up, whatever, it's never the shame on you for not hitting your goal. It's, okay, well, if you're going to recommit to this goal and make it happen, what is the things that you're going to need to overcome? What are some things that the other people in the group have experienced of, ideas and different ways around it on as far as how can I achieve this goal next time when I do recommit to it? So for me, like I said, I don't always hit my goals every week, but, coming back, there's always that support factor as far as, how can we get better? How can we achieve the goal next time? So for anyone that's, thinking about it, that would be one of the only things that, might be timid about as a new agent or, on the fence about this is, we may not know each other, but it's never, that shame on you type of deal. It's always the kind of the support factor of all the people in the group and really just trying to mastermind and work together to see how we can all achieve our goals and get better, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think you brought up a great point. It's a non-judgmental zone. We're not here to say shame on you. We're here to help each other reach our goals. We're here to help each other get to that next step. So, and again, if you want to bring BS excuses, this is not the group to do it to. And it's a good.
Right. Oh yeah.
Well, because I know sometimes coming in, and I didn't get this done because of blank. It's like, no, you didn't get this done because a lot of times you didn't make it a priority. So It's a good check on yourself to see, was I actually committed to hitting this goal? So I think that's a great point. So Garrett, same question. What would you say to someone that's thinking about applying? They're kind of on the fence.
So I would say, I'm going to go back to what you said. It's rather you're interested or you're committed. If you're interested in it, you need, there's obviously a problem in your business and you want to grow, or, if you're fine with where you're at, then that's fine as well. But it's good to get around a group of like-minded people because it's just going to push you to be better. And it's a accountability group with a mindset, a mastermind mindset type atmosphere. So we're trying to help each other hit the weekly goals, but keep increasing those goals as well. So I think it's only going to help you. You can try it for a couple of weeks, but if it doesn't work out for you, then that's great. It works for all of us. And, we're just constantly growing and getting better every single week. So it's kind of breaking down the process of, your goals for the year. And I think it's very beneficial. So if you're on the fence, I think that says enough that you need to join. If you're a little bit interested in it, I think that's kind of the indicating factor. So that would be my answer for that.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. So it's going to be a 6-week program. The first groups that we're going to be rolling out are 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. in Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. We're starting this Sunday. We only have 8 spots left, guys. So all you got to do is comment committed below. We'll kick out the
committed.
Get you started with it. So yeah, guys, I look forward to doing this. I know we already have over 12 people, 15 people on both of the groups. That number is only going to grow. Once we start this 6-week program, we're not going to be taking people in. So you're going to want to get committed now and get involved in this. So, we're about to go off here. You guys have any final thoughts?
Nope, that's about it. I think we touched on a lot of good points. So
yeah,
if you're watching this, just go ahead and join and you'll see it. It's really fun.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys all on Sunday, and let's crush it.
Right on.
All right. See you guys.
Later.